That's the way to do it. You know what? I'm just going to cut it. Due to poor cameraman. In order to remove our engine and gearbox out, we need to undo the tail shaft. So we're going to start there first. One down, 3 more to go. Jesus. Wow. That's the way to do it. Gonna have to put some anti-seize here on the way back to stop this happening again. Okay, now I'm going to slip the tail shaft out, just like that. And we're going to put off a different tail shaft just to stop it from leaking when we go to remove that. That's it. So that way it stops the transmission fluid from leaking everywhere when we're lifting the engine and box out. There we go. Now that the tail shaft's out, we are going to move on to, I think we're going to have to lift the front end and do it that way. But I think we have a spy amongst us. What do you think? Is that a spy amongst us? The spy is amongst us. Puppy Dexy, are you spying on me? Huh? Bastard! What are you doing, Puppy Dexy? Huh? What are you doing? Seriously? How am I supposed to do anything when you're there like that? Huh? Alright, come on, out. Alright. Now we're going to disconnect the wiring on the transmission. and disconnect the selector and disconnect probably the transmission lines if we can from here. I'm not quite sure. We'll have a look once we disconnect this. We'll have a look what we can do. A bit of debris from the flood. I think these ones, yeah, you gotta squeeze them and prime at the same time. Here we go. Okay, so basically you've got to squeeze it from those tabs and pry it off at the same time. Ooh, we got some green crusties here. That's no good. We're going to have to deal with that. My goodness, there's so much rubbish here. Oh wow. I know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? That, my friends, is, believe it or not, a wombat turd. Must have been there for years on top of the gearbox, but it's very light. Yep, there you go. A bit of David Attenborough for you. I think that this rest of this wiring can disconnect here and stay on the gearbox. Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. So the rest of it stays on the gearbox whilst this wiring harness gets removed. Alright, we should be able to pull that up from the top. Now, can we unclip that, or do we have to undo it off the inhibitor switch or selector switch, whatever it is? Yep, there we go. That's that. Just pop it off gently, gently. Now we're gonna have to see how we're going to get to these transmission lines. Should be okay. That one's going to be reasonably easy. This one up here may be a bit harder. I don't even know if you can see that. It's getting a bit difficult to film, isn't it? Let's try that. Let's see how we go. Alright. Beautiful. Yep, we can get to it. This one as well. Lovely. But before we undo that, we are going to get a drip oil tray so we can catch in case it leaks, which I'm pretty sure it will. Also we need to get this bracket off the bell housing. Is it just surely there's more than 2 bolts? Maybe not. We have to get this bracket off the bell housing. That's 13. Let's going to be a 13. It is a 13. I'm not sure whether this bell housing is unique to the column shift. I hope not. That just means I'm going to have to do more work. Because I'm pretty sure that on the normal shifter it doesn't have this bracket in this position, but let's find out. When we take it out, we'll compare the two. I'm sure we'll sort it out. Alright, I'll put these bolts back just for the sake of not guessing which ones they were in case this is all different. I'll try it like that. There we go. That's our transmission lines done. So here we've unplugged the wiring harness. We've undone the transmission lines. We've undone the selector. We've removed the selector bracket. So basically, apart from the cross member, everything's done on the gearbox or transmission, whatever you want to call it. So now I think we're going to have to jack up the front so we can get to the starter motor, exhaust manifold, engine mounts, and that's it from under here. Then we do the radiator, or we might do the radiator first, whatever, it's okay. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's start removing stuff. Give us more room in the engine bay. I think that's pretty filthy. Don't you? Quarter. Now by rights, this should only have 2 bolts, and then it should be clipped in on the bottom. Yep. That's it. That just pulls out. But look at the state from the floods, hey? Now, interestingly enough, there's more rubbish here, but just want to show you. See the radiator, the transmission lines should go here in the radiator, top and bottom. They don't, because someone's fitted a external cooler, and that's why there is that's why the transmission lines are not plugged into the radiator. Okay, now the problem we have with that is we are going to have to remove the transmission cooler attachments in order to get it out, get the radiator out, because that's going through the radiator and the condenser. I wish I could leave it in, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to. That will interfere. That will interfere with the engine. Okay, in order to get the radiator out, I have to undo this external cooler. Oh, sorry, transmission cooler from inside the radiator. I think this must be broken. Is that broken? Yeah, of course it is. That's not supposed to come off like that. Anyway, we have to try and get this off. I think they are just, I forgot now whether they're one-time use only, and I don't think you can undo these. Oh, let me find out. I'll get back to you. It turns out these things are single use, so I'm gonna have to get some new ones when we go to reinstall. Oh yeah. There's our transmission cooler. We're just going to move him back a bit. Can even hang out of the way. We're going to have to undo him here. Top and bottom. Get a drip tray so we don't get any in the any transmission fluid all over the floor. And we need to take the bottom radiator hose off as well. So let's see if we can mount this somewhere and do that. Okay, yeah. All right. For the sake of simplicity, I'm pretty sure there's no gas in it because that's what the scanner was saying, but we'll test that anyway. So for the sake of simplicity, if we undo the two pipes, we'll remove the condenser complete with the radiator, save us undoing 4 bolts. So 2 versus 4 plus. Before I put it all back together, I'm going to put new O-rings through there, so I've got to pull that apart regardless. So let's see if there's any gas, and we'll go from there. No, nothing there. Yeah, nothing there. I'm gonna have to sort that out. It's leaking somewhere, obviously. All right. All right. Okay. Got this one. That's the second one. Now, by rights, the radiator should just pop out. Here we go. Let's put you somewhere else now. Okay. Make sure we don't lose this clip. That one's obviously a bit loose, that's why it's moist down there. Right. It is. Now we can undo my fancy heater hoses. When you come across a hose that's stubborn like that one and doesn't want to dislodge by twisting it, get one of these, stick it under and try and work your way around just to unstick it. It usually works. This one's particularly difficult, but Jesus Christ. Oxygen sensor. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but oops, you've got to press this little tab. There it is. I couldn't even see it. Anyway, it's down here. There it is there. Earth strap undone. Okay. One engine now done. Over this side brings up a lot more difficult. So let's start by undoing the air compressor. Three bolts for the box. All three are 8mm. That's better. You're gonna have to get to that engine mount bolt, even though it seems to be super difficult. Now, this vacuum hose is going to be a bit of a difficult one. No, that's not fucking working. I had a feeling this one's going to be difficult, but not this bloody difficult. You know what, I'm just going to cut it. There we go. Done. This is the harness. Oh, have a look at this. This car doesn't have ABS. Are you serious? I can't remember last time I saw a car without ABS. Oh, great. Oh, brilliant. Just what we didn't want. Now this lead is much harder to get. I'll see if I can film. See, that's him in there, and you need to unplug it, pull it down, and then squeeze it through this hole, which is, whoever thought of that is a now, here, get a screwdriver and pry on this without breaking it, like we did the other one. And they should come undone. Remember, that's what you got to do. You got to close it. Okay, so that's done. We have another vacuum. We're going to have to undo the fuel lines from down here, which is not a bad thing really. we will do the exhaust. One down, one to go. Number 2 done. And the lucky last, the starter motor. Bit hard to film, but I just got onto the positive terminal, which I think it's a 13. I'm hoping it's a 13 because that's what I brought. And here it is. That's it. Put the bolt back. Alright, our engine is ready to come out, but I think that's going to happen mañana, as it's pitch black just about at the moment. Rightio, till tomorrow. Alright, now if you don't have one of these tools, you need to get one. Best tool ever. Look at that. Oh, and they're just wonderful. Got a great idea. Let's do it again. Oh, how good is that? What we're going to do here is we're going to remove this weight completely, because we need clearance on the ground to pull the engine and box out together, which you're not meant to. You're meant to split it. There it is. That's a 15. There we go. This one's 13mm, by the way. this is just to stop it from sliding out and twisting around, because we're going to need all the clearance we can get, and I don't want the bolts digging into the ground, that's all. Okay, well, it's not on the jack anymore. I hope it's not on the firewall. Alright, due to poor cameraman, batteries went flat. I didn't get to record getting the engine out now. A couple of things have gone a little bit pear-shaped. Bent the transmission line, fortunately. That's really pissing me off, to be honest. And they're funny, the engine mounts were completely torn, both of them, for a long time. Look at that, hey? Wow, unbelievable. Anyway, I've gotten it out without too much damage. There's a little bit, but point of the matter is, hi Dexy, want to say something for the video? Sit. No, you stay there. You sit. You sit. Want to say something? Want to say something? Huh? Want to say something? Good boy. Okay, now, in order to get it out, I had to take the rocker cover off to clear back here. Then, to get the rocker cover off, I had to take the throttle body off. Then, to clear the front, I had to take the harmonic balancer off, and the tensioner, and the air conditioning, and it was near impossible. It's been a long time, and I've forgotten how difficult this job really is to do this way. You are meant to remove the engine separate from the gearbox. This is what happens when you're a smart ass like myself and you do it the hard way. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it back the same way now that I've taken it out. I might, but I'm going to reevaluate. So for this video, this will be it. I'll see you on the reinstall. Rightio. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Just for the record, the way these heater hoses are routed, it's pretty ingenious. I'm pretty sure I'm the one that did it, but that's definitely how they don't go. I actually think that both of these hoses are the same, so I think this one's okay, but this one is the wrong hose. Yet I've somehow made it work. We'll be fixing that. I just thought I'd point out how not to do things.